Have you ever been introduced to an idea that gets inside your head and then you just can't get it out again? So about 7 years ago, I was introduced to the idea that there is a difference between base 10 and base 12 mathematics, and that the value of pi is actually different. So that really stuck in my head, and I've been exploring base 12 mathematics and base 12 geometry ever since. And now here I'm standing in front of this blackboard full of numbers that all have to do with the base 12 version of the Fibonacci sequence. And what I've discovered is that there is and are significant differences between base 12 and base 10 mathematics. So my journey now is introducing these differences to the general public just to raise awareness and eventually inspire the mainstream math community to start taking base 12 mathematics seriously and to really explore it more deeply. So what I've got going in this video is the Fibonacci sequence has been written out on the board behind me here. Here's the base 10 version. Here's the base 12 version, which is exactly the same numbers, but simply written from their base 12 perspective. You see I've added decimal places because that's the difference between base 10 and base 12. The significant difference lies in the size of the decimal place. Those are different sized units, and you can't go back and forth and switch them around. They're completely different lengths in base 12. So what I've done here is I've multiplied that whole sequence by the same number that appears in the sequence. So here we have the length of 1. Just before that is the length of 0.75. So I've multiplied this whole Fibonacci sequence by the length of 0.75. And what happens is we get another version of that same sequence. So when we multiply this number by 0.75, we get the number just before. So we're always getting the number just before. But then we can see here you get the 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. The sequence is again repeating in base 12. You get that whole sequence there is repeating this whole sequence here. Then going in this direction, that whole sequence is repeating here. And there's again reciprocal relationship where the numbers from either side of the 1 add up to the length of 1. So that is something that doesn't show up or appear or happen in base 10 that does in base 12. So that's, again, what I'm trying to show everyone is that there is a significant difference between base 10 and base 12 mathematics. And base 12 is like the sequence comes into focus more clearly. It's like the blurriness at the edge of the mathematics comes into clearer focus, sharper definition when we approach the math from a base 12 point of view.